Smart governance, the 11th lesson of your curriculum. Okay. So before going into detail, first we'll understand what is governance, and we'll go into the introduction, meaning and definition of governance, and smart governance, e-governance, like this we'll go ahead. Actually, governance is nothing but it's a power exercised by the government, okay, to judicially use or manage the country's socio-economic resources for the development. That is meant by governance. Okay. So in recent times we have come across the terms like governance, good governance, bad governance, e-governance and smart governance. E-governance means electronic governance. So the word governance was made popular by the World Bank. Actually, see, these words are coined by some organizations like that. This word was made popularized. Who? The World Bank. It means the manner in which power is exercised in the management of a country's economic and social resources for development. What do you mean by using or management of country's economic and social resources for development? Economic in the sense you have natural resources like river, forest, mines, etc. Social resources, you have a human resources, okay, you can make use the human intellect and all for the sake of the country's development. That this all comes under governance. So e-governance originated in the year 1970s in India. It was used effectively in several fields like government elections, defense, census and administration, and so many other areas. Information and communication technology became a reality with the setting up of NIC, that is National Informatics Center, in 1976. See, by introducing this organization, the NIC, this ICT, what is ICT? Information and communication technology has become a reality. Means now the government started using information and communication technology in all the development and welfare activities for the nation. So a national satellite based computer network called NIC Net was created. See, one by one, according to the needs and all, the government started using the information and communication technology. Hereafter I call it as a ICT. This enabled computerization or digitalization of all government offices in India. Governance means a change in the meaning of government. See, nothing but ruling with effectiveness and efficiency, that is called governance. Not just like, even a monarch, a dictator also rules. But what is governance? Governance is, it has some qualities such as, efficiency, effectiveness, transparency, all these things. And feedback, transparency and accountability enable the governance process to be dynamic. See, these are the things which makes this governance more dynamic. Means feedback. See, whatever you are delivering, you should get the feedback, whether it's good, bad or moderate, whatever it is. And there should be an absolute transparency. Whatever is going within the four walls of the government, that should be known to the citizen on the other side. And also accountability. What is accountability? See, whatever single pi or single rupee I'm spending, I am accountable for that. Understand? See, I'm taking the tax. The taxpayers are paying the money. So whatever is in the exchequer, national's exchequer, you have to give a detail. What for you have spent this 100 rupees, what for this 50 rupees. Every single pie has an account. It helps in rectifying, that is correcting or changing the policy of the government to help the citizens. This governance helps in changing the policy of the government. The outcomes can be more open and democratic with public involvement. See, whatever this governance is delivering, if there is a public involvement, people's participation, then the outcome will be more open and democratic, because you are involving all the people in this process. It is mandatory for the government to keep the information in public domain for a layman as well as internet users. See, it is compulsory for the government to keep whatever information is with government, it has to keep. For example, if government is taking any policy, or implementation, you have any tie-up with other country with respect to business, you are, suppose somebody is coming on a war like Indo-China relations, what is happening now, the government should keep in front of the people in a proper way, like that they should not become panic. What is the exact situation going on in the border? It is the responsibility of the government to make people aware in what situation we are, not only for the internet users, because internet users anyhow they'll know by the Google or some other search engines, anything. But the layman also through newspapers or radio, broadcasting, TV, broadcasting, you should inform, keep the people informed about what's happening within the government. This alone can create transparency in administration. Example, issue of revenue records, certificates and redressal of grievances. See, for example, if you want to apply for a revenue record, there will be a citizen charter hung outside the office. You apply this, within 3 days you will get that certificate. This is the procedure, this fees you have to pay. If not, you can approach this ombudsman or some other senior officer, like everything is in detail will be provided there. Let's see the definition of governance. According to the Oxford Dictionary, governance is an act or manner of governing the office of a state. See, when I say state, state is nothing but it's a territory governed by a ruler, a government, a democratic government or otherwise. So, any act taken by the governing office of a state, that is known as a governance. So, meaning of governance, governance means to design, formulate, implement policies and discharge functions. Means first, for example, what we have to do, we have to literacy level we have to increase. For that they will design a plan and they will formulate in which area it is, we have to formulate a policy for particular section or particular region or particular state or for the whole country. Okay, and you have to implement the policies by giving directions to the concerned officials, then those officials will discharge their functions. Okay, this is the process of governance. They are the rules of the political system to solve conflicts between actors and adopt decisions by class communities and various sections. So, this is nothing but you will get all the rules out of the political system in order to solve the conflicts between the various parties, understand, for the benefit of the communities. And who are the stakeholders in governance? See, the executive, the legislature, the judiciary, media, private sector, social organization, civil society and political parties. These all are the stakeholders, means everybody have their own involvement in decision making, either at the decision making level or planning level or formulating or implementation level or either a discharging function or being a beneficiary, some way or the other everybody are involved in governance. That is what is the stakeholders is about. Let us see the smart governance. What is that? We have just discussed about governance. In that governance we have smart governance and e-governance, that is electronic, which is we are going to see next. Now smart governance. Smart means simple, moral, accountable, responsive and transparent. Simple, as you know, it should be very simple, easily understandable to the people, common persons or common people. It is not complex. Moral, it should have some ethical values, and accountable. Okay, you should be accountable for every act of yours. And responsive, you should be responding them within proper time, and transparent. Okay, there is no opaqueness, you cannot hide anything except for certain issues like defense and something related to national security. No, only in that case there can be opaqueness. Understand, they cannot reveal everything, but in otherwise they have to reveal everything. And following are the various components of smart governance, like e-governance to improve the administrative performance, to eliminate petty politics, enhance transparency and accountability, implementation of public policy successfully, increased efficiency, role of leadership of community, innovation and future role in public services, attention of decision making and planning, utilization of extensive range of services such as mobile, internet and other services based on internet. See, these all are the various components of smart governance. For example, we said somewhere what efficiency and effectiveness. What is the difference between these two? Generally people get confused. Government should be efficient and effective. I will give an example so that you will understand easily. Okay, suppose a district collector is there. Okay, district collector, under him some funds are there to spend for the district welfare. If out of 10 crores, if he is spending that 10 crores, okay, there is let us say it is a coastal district, and that coastal district is totally damaged due to cyclones and storms, and it has to take this rehabilitation measures and evacuation and all these things. During that time he has got some 10 crore rupees. So if he says I will go according to the rule, district collector, joint collector and sub collector like this, that is a disaster. Okay, calamity. At that time I cannot say I will go according to procedure. Initially first thing is to address the problem, evacuate the people, whatever. They will not say how much money we are spending, understand, and what for. Like that they will spend. That is called as a effectiveness, means effectively you are working. Efficient means how efficiently, how with less resources you are reaching your job within less time, so efficiently is working. Effectively means reaching to the everyone without leaving anyone, understand, means actually your goal you are reaching, so that if 100 people or 100 families are there in that village, you are reaching to all the 100 families. That is called effectiveness. Efficiency means how fast you are reaching them, how fast you are giving them all the benefits. This is the difference between that. So this is also a part of a smart governance. Institutions like the National Institute for Smart Governance, NISG, and the Center for Good Governance was established in Hyderabad to provide some means to enhance smart governance. See, if you want to implement certain things, you need to have certain bodies and organizations. Okay, in that direction, National Institute for Smart Governance and Center for Good Governance. Okay, these are the two bodies established in Hyderabad to carry out this smart governance. Likewise, the Center for Law and Governance and the Center for Public Policy and Governance were set up in New Delhi to suggest methods for improving smart governance in India. See, these are the research organizations actually set up in Delhi, Center for Law and Governance and Center for Public Policy and Governance. These are only meant for research kind of things. How we can effectively deliver the smart governance to the citizens. Okay, they will do R&D. And now let's see the good governance. Good governance can be defined as the governance associated with efficient and effective administration within a democratic framework. Just now I discussed these two words, efficiency and effectiveness. Okay, so how you are going to deliver this within a democratic framework? See, for example, if it's not a democracy, if you take for any example China or any other country where there is no democracy, it is easy to implement any policy because there is no people's resistance or nothing will be there. Whatever head says, that goes on like that. Understand? But here in democratic framework, you should not hurt anyone. You should take into consideration public sentiment, public interest, all, and you should have a balanced development, or there should not be regional imbalance. So such a democratic framework, okay, with lot of diversity in our country, and carrying out this efficiency and effectiveness in administration is very important. This is known as good governance. A definition on good governance includes the active participation of the people in governance through the national, state and local self-government agencies. So when you involve the people at all the three levels in the governance, like you have a national, state and local self-government, you involve the agencies at their respective levels. Okay, the active participation of people, that's what is a good governance. Let's see the characteristics of good governance. According to the United Nations organization, the following are the characteristics of good governance. First is participation. The public are well informed on the various public policies. See, when people will participate, if they know what is happening, understand? So they should be well informed about this. Public opinion can be articulated through the institutions or as public representatives of the legislatures. See how you can elicit the information or know that people are known about this. There will be some announcement in the villages or districts, advertisements, and through the representatives they will come to know that something is going on. You should all get participated in that, like that. And next is the rule of law. To ensure equality of law and equal treatment to all under the legal system. See, these are the characteristics of good governance. You should also have a rule of law and equality of law. That means for any crime or any offense, anything, you should treat everyone equally. If suppose a minister or minister's son is violating a traffic law, the same challan will be imposed against them if there is no helmet or triple riding. And that is the same for the common man also. That is equality of law or equal treatment to all. Hence, it is essential to create a good administrative structure. If you have a proper and good administrative structure, you can implement this rule of law. And transparency, it's very important. It means information is freely available, accessible and based on the existing rules and regulations. For example, I want to talk to the chief minister or prime minister. As a common man, they can't say that you cannot have access to the prime minister or any minister. They should display in the at the ministry or secretariat or internet. It should be available in their website. In case of anything, you can directly talk to your representative. You cannot say, oh, he is a MLA, no, only his personal secretary will have his number, nobody else can access him. No, they should maintain absolute transparency and they should be freely accessible. Even the information, not only these contact numbers, all the information relevant and meant for the public welfare and development should be always available, okay, beforehand. Next, we'll see the fourth one, that is responsiveness. To serve all the members of the society in a limited time. See, just now I have given an example of a collector and all, like how it is, you have to serve everyone, that you should not leave anyone, but that should be within a limited time. See, if somebody is suffering with some problem or ailment, I'll say, okay, your number is 5th or 6th, you come later. No, by the time that fellow will die. Understand? You have to serve all the members of the society in a limited time. Okay. And next is consensus oriented. Consensus means what? You have to take the opinion and decision. You should involve the people. Okay, you respect their decision and opinion while making any policy. By building consensus among the various sections of the society, community interest can be secured. Okay, for example, in your colony we are going to propose a market. Okay, then before going for that, I should involve all the people who are residing or all the family members or the head of the family members in your locality, that we are coming up with a market. Okay, if 50% of the or 60% will oppose, no, if market comes, that is beneficial, but there will be a lot of traffic problem in our area, okay, that may disturb our children's education, and there may be a lot of garbage, okay, to be disposed every day, that may affect our health. Like these points, if they raise, they have to consider that. Understand? So consensus means taking or respecting others' opinion or different sections of the society. Sustainable human development can become a reality by understanding the various components, namely economic, historical, cultural, etc. of the society. See, what is sustainable human development? In terms of socio-economic, historical and cultural components, if there is a human development, that should be sustainable, means it should not be for just a short time, for 1 year or 2 years or 10 or 20. You have to see for a long, okay, sustainable. And equity and inclusiveness. This is the most important feature of good governance. The most vulnerable sections of the society should be given equity. No one should be excluded from the administration. All public policies should promote inclusiveness. What is this? Whatever initiative is being taken by the government, that should include all the sections of the society. You cannot exclude anyone from the administration. You should see, for example, due to COVID-19, this problem, no, if some schools are running online classes, anyhow they are going, no, I can continue like that, government cannot tell. What about the government children, government students, okay, students who are going to government schools, they don't have access to online classes. Either government has to provide online classes, otherwise they have to postpone the, okay, this academic year. Understand? So these are the things, means inclusiveness. And effectiveness and efficiency. The judicious use of resources is based on the societal needs. Okay, how we are using these resources is absolutely based on the societal needs. What society requires, you have to use them judicially. See, suppose you save certain money with you, some 10,000 rupees or some money. How judiciously you will not just spend it like that. Okay, because that is your hard-earned money. Just like that, even the government should use the natural resources for the benefit of societal needs, not for private benefits. Understand? A judicious use. And it means the sustainable use of natural resources and the protection of the environment. See, if I keep on digging because I am getting gold or coal mines, the government keep on digging and selling. What happened to the environment and the people who are living there? They will get suffered. You have to see, if you are cutting 10 trees, you plant 30 trees. Understand? Then only there will be a sustainability and balance in the environment. Lastly, we can see the accountability, one of the important characteristics of good governance. All organizations, including governmental, non-governmental and civil society organizations, are brought under accountability. See, everyone is accountable, either it's a government, non-government or a civil society. See, for example, I'll give an example. If a government is there, let's take a police department, okay? They are accountable in the sense, every month or so, no, they are supposed to give certain things. There will be something called as GD entry in the police station, means general diary. How many cases booked, how many FIRs filed, and what is the crime rate, and in your jurisdiction, how many cases have been chased till now. They have to give the information to their higher authorities. Understand? They cannot get rid of that. That's a responsibility. Like non-governmental organization, they are supposed to, if for example, they are earning something for tax and all, they have to file returns. Though they have not earned any income, they have to file the returns to tell that we have did this, we purchased, we are in loss, we are in profit, or no loss, no profit, whatever it is. Just like that, even civil society, understand? Civil society, they should be a taxpayer. You are a taxpayer, for example. You are supposed to pay your property tax per year. You cannot get rid of this. You are accountable for that. If you don't pay, they'll give a notice for that. You will be imposed fine or something like that. So everyone is accountable in a democratic structure. Transparency is vital and a prerequisite condition. So what is this? If you want to have this ensure accountability, what is the prerequisite condition? There should be absolute transparency. Okay, whatever is happening, you should know. Then only you can hold someone accountable. Thank you.